Here's one of boxing's most intriguing moments: the 1999 clash between Mike Tyson and Francois Botha. Tyson, the enigmatic and controversial figure of the boxing world, was no stranger to grabbing headlines. But this fight, it brought drama, controversy, and a reminder of Tyson's unpredictability. So why did Tyson act the way he did during this fight, and what led to his iconic knockout in the field? Let's unpack it right here on Sports Frenzy TV. To set the stage, let's rewind a bit. By the late 1990s, Tyson's reputation had shifted significantly. In the 1980s, he was the invincible Iron Mike, the youngest heavyweight champion in history and a fighter with an aura of invincibility. But by the 1990s, things had changed. Tyson's infamous behavior outside the ring, including his shocking disqualification in his rematch with Evander Holyfield, yes, the infamous ear-biting incident, had turned him into a polarizing figure. Despite his losses and controversies, Tyson still commanded massive attention. Fans couldn't resist watching him, whether they wanted to see him win or lose. For the boxing world, Tyson remained a money machine, with promoters eager to get him back in the ring after his suspension. And while some saw him as a villain, others admired his raw talent and ability to electrify any fight. After serving an 18-month suspension for the Holyfield incident, Tyson was allowed to fight again. In January 1999, he stepped into the ring with Francois Botha, a South African fighter known more for his resilience than for any exceptional skill. Botha wasn't expected to pose much of a threat. Most fans anticipated a quick knockout, the kind Tyson had built his name on. But what unfolded in the ring was anything but unpredictable. Round 1, a surprising start. When the first round began, Tyson wasted no time going on the offensive. His punches were sharp, and you could tell he was trying to re-establish his dominance. But here's the thing: Botha didn't back down. Instead of crumbling under the pressure, he stood his ground and even countered Tyson's attacks. This wasn't something Tyson's opponents usually did. Botha showed confidence, keeping his composure and landing some solid shots of his own. Fans noticed something unusual. Tyson wasn't fighting with the same explosive energy they were used to. He seemed patient, even cautious, as he waited for an opening. Botha, on the other hand, showed no signs of fear. He jabbed effectively and kept moving, making it clear that he wasn't there just to be another name on Tyson's knockout list. The fight took a dramatic turn toward the end of the first round. Tyson, perhaps frustrated by Botha's resilience, grabbed Botha's right arm and twisted it while throwing punches with his left. This wasn't just a small foul. It was a clear act of frustration, reminiscent of Tyson's infamous disqualifications in previous fights. The referee had to step in and separate them, and the tension in the ring was palpable. This moment wasn't just about that fight. It felt like a glimpse into Tyson's mindset, a man still haunted by the ghosts of his past, particularly his losses to Evander Holyfield. The arm-twisting incident set the tone for the rest of the match: chaotic, emotional, and unpredictable. Round 2, Botha fights back. As the fight resumed in the second round, Botha continued to surprise everyone. He wasn't intimidated by Tyson's antics or his reputation. In fact, Botha seemed to thrive on the chaos, standing his ground and even taunting Tyson at times. This wasn't something fans were used to seeing, a fighter who could get into Tyson's head. Tyson, meanwhile, tried to pick up the pace. His punches came faster and harder, but Botha absorbed them and kept fighting. At one point, Botha even accused Tyson of twisting his arm during a clinch, calling out his tactics. It was clear that Botha wasn't going to back down easily. The middle rounds, a test of endurance. As the fight entered the third and fourth rounds, the dynamic shifted. Tyson began to show flashes of his old self, quick combinations and aggressive advances. But Botha was still holding his own. He managed to maintain distance, read Tyson's movements, and deflect some of his most powerful punches. This wasn't just about survival anymore. Botha was proving that he could hang with one of the most feared fighters in the world. What stood out was Botha's confidence. At one point, he even dropped his hands in front of Tyson, a provocative move meant to show he wasn't afraid. The crowd loved it. It was entertainment at its finest. Tyson, however, wasn't amused. You could see the determination in his eyes as he continued to press forward. The final round, Tyson's knockout power. By the fifth and final round, Botha's strategy and endurance seemed to be working. He had taken Tyson into the later rounds where the former champion was known to slow down. But then it happened. Botha made a critical mistake. During an exchange, he shifted his weight to the left, leaving himself exposed. Tyson saw the opening and unleashed a devastating right hook. The punch landed perfectly, sending Botha to the canvas in an instant. The crowd erupted. Tyson had done it, a knockout that reminded everyone why he was still a force to be reckoned with. What made this moment even more powerful was Tyson's reaction. Instead of celebrating wildly, he helped Botha to his feet with the assistance of the medical team. Tyson looked emotional, almost as if he was on the verge of tears. It was a rare moment of vulnerability from a fighter who was usually so guarded. Tyson's victory over Botha wasn't just about another win on his record. It was a statement. Despite his controversies, despite his time away from the ring, Tyson showed that he still had the power and the determination to compete at the highest level. But it also highlighted the complexities of his character, the frustration, the anger, and the emotional toll that boxing and life had taken on him. For Botha, this fight was a testament to his resilience. Even though he lost, he had gone toe-to-toe with one of the most feared fighters in history and had shown the world that he wasn't just there to be a punching bag. Botha's performance reminded everyone that boxing isn't just about power, it's about strategy, endurance, and heart. Looking back, the Tyson-Botha fight encapsulates everything that made Mike Tyson such a fascinating figure in the world of sports. He wasn't just a boxer, he was a spectacle. Every fight he participated in felt like a chapter in a larger story, a story filled with triumphs, setbacks, and unforgettable moments. This fight, like so many others in Tyson's career, reminded us why we watch boxing. It's not just about the technical skills or the knockouts, it's about the emotions, the stories, and the humanity of the fighters who step into the ring. And with Tyson, you always knew you were in for something extraordinary. So, what do you think? Was this fight a defining moment for Tyson or just another chapter in his roller coaster career? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns of iconic sports moments. Until next time!